Okay, Saxon 4 Math students, we are ready for Lesson 77, all about mass and weight. And remember a few units ago in science how we talked about how mass and weight had to do a lot with gravity? So keep that in mind. Let's look at some examples. Mallory's book weighs about 2 pounds. 2 pounds is how many ounces? Well, first of all, you have to know how many ounces are in 1 pound, and there are 16. So how would you find how many ounces are in 2 pounds? 2 times 16. And if you do that, 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And the abbreviation for ounces is OZ period. 32 ounces. Okay, now on to something bigger than ounces. Tons. The rhinoceros weighed 3 tons. 3 tons is how many pounds? I'm going to tell you there are 2,000 pounds in 1 ton. So if we do 3 times 1,000, you've got, that's so easy we don't need to work it out. 3 times 2,000, 6,000 pounds. That's heavy. Example 3. Now it says choose the more reasonable measure for parts A through C. There's only one choice that will make sense. So let's look at A. A pair of shoes. 1 gram or 1 kilogram. And you have to have kind of a benchmark for these to help you out. And my benchmark for a gram is about the size of a large paper clip. You know there are 2 sizes of paper clips? Okay, so imagine that. Would a pair of shoes weigh the same as a paper clip? Or 1,000 paper clips, because 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams. And what's the answer? A kilogram. Okay, that'd be 1 light pair of shoes if they only weighed a gram. Okay, let's look at B. A cat. 4 grams. So you're thinking 4 paper clips or 4 kilograms. And I hope that you said 4 kilograms. A quarter. Think of having a quarter in one hand. And think of having 5 grams or 5 paper clips. Or 5 kilograms. That'd be 5,000 paper clips. Okay, and the answer is 5 grams. Example 4. Dolores' rabbit has a mass of 4 kilograms. 4 kilograms is how many grams? Kilo means 1,000, so 4 times 1,000 is 4,000 grams. Let's do some more practice. Dave's pickup truck can haul a half-ton of cargo. Now remember, a ton is 2,000. So how many pounds is a half-ton? 1,000 pounds. Okay, now here's a mistake that I have heard kids make mistakes when they're telling me about babies that are born in their families. They will say so many pounds, and then they will give me a measure here that is 16 or above, and that's wrong. Okay, the newborn baby weighed 7 pounds 12 ounces. The baby's weight was how much less than 8 pounds? Now remember, there are 16 ounces in a pound, so you wouldn't ever say the baby was 7 pounds and 16 ounces, because that 16 ounces is another pound, and you should just say 8 pounds. So how far away is 12 ounces from 16 ounces? 4 ounces. Okay, choose the more reasonable measure in problems C through H. So let's think about a tennis ball. 57 grams in So 57 paper clips in one hand, or 57 kilograms, that would be 5,700 paper clips. And I hope you said 57 grams. Okay, now think about ounces and pounds. And we didn't talk about this. We haven't talked about it yet. So I like to think of, if you've ever been grocery shopping with your mom, sugar comes in 5-pound bags, and that's pretty heavy. Okay, so would a tennis ball weigh 5 ounces now, or 5 pounds? Would it weigh the same as a 5-pound bag of sugar? Nope. So it has to be 5 ounces. Okay, how about a dog? 6 grams, like 6 paper clips, or 6 kilograms? And I hope you said 6 kilograms. That'd be an incredibly eensy weensy dog. It'd be like a Barbie dog to weigh 6 grams. Okay. F, dog, would it be 11 ounces or 11 pounds? Usually dogs are pretty heavy, even the little ones. Okay. Would it be 11 ounces or 11 pounds? Yeah, 11 pounds. I mean, think about it. If a baby, is average 7 pounds, a dog is a little bit more than that. A small dog, that is. Some dogs are ginormous in the pounds. But it certainly wouldn't be 11 ounces. Okay. A bowling ball, 7 grams or 7 kilograms. Would a bowling ball weigh the same as 7 paper clips? No, 7 kilograms. Okay, H, a bowling ball, 13 ounces or 13 pounds. And that would be 13 pounds. Bowling balls are heavy. Try dropping one on your toe. Wouldn't hurt. It would hurt really bad. Can't believe I said it wouldn't hurt. It would. Okay, I, 7 pounds is how many ounces? Now remember, 1 pound is 16. So to find this, we would have to do 7 times 16. So let's do that real quickly. 7 times 6, 42. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 4 is 11. And pretty sure we were in ounces. 7 pounds is 112 ounces. J, which depends on the force of gravity, mass or weight? Well, mass is connected to weight, but gravity is a measure, a direct measure of weight. Okay? And we talked about that, how if you stand on a scale, it is measuring gravity. Nancy had 4 pounds of peaches. Okay, now remember, there are 16 ounces in 1 pound. Keep that in mind. To make a peach cobbler, she needs 24 ounces of peaches. And after making the cobbler, how many ounces of peaches will Nancy have left? To begin with, we've got to convert 4 pounds and figure out how many ounces that is. So if 1 pound is 16, let's figure out how many are in 4 pounds. So that would be 16 times 4. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. Okay, so we've got 64 ounces to begin with, and she's going to use 24. So we're going to take away 24 from our 64. 4 minus 4 and 6 minus 2. So how many ounces of peaches will she have left? 40 ounces. All right, that's enough to make it another cobbler, isn't it? Okay, let's go back, and you need to check 76 written practice. So hit pause as you check 1 through 4. Hit pause as you check, whoops, it went too quickly, didn't it? Hit pause as you check 5 through 12. Hit pause as you check 13 through 29. And hit pause as you check 30. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do some mental math. Let me make sure I'm on the right lesson. Yes. And then we'll do our facts at the end today. Okay, the new trick we're doing is make one number larger and the other number smaller. Okay, so right here, I would like to make, let's see, 55 go up to 60, so that's up 5, so I'm going to take 5 away from 47, and that would be 42. So I'm really looking at 60 plus 42, 102. Okay, let's take 24 up to 30, and that's a difference of 6. Now let's take 48 down 6, okay, so that would be 42. So I'm thinking 30 plus 42, 72. Okay, let's do 458 up to 460. That's up 2. Let's go down 2. So we've got 31. So 460 plus 31. 491. I hope you're thinking of these answers before they appear. Okay, to do 15 times 30, let's look at 3 times 15. And I know 2 sets of 15 is 30, plus another set would be 45, and then tack on a 0. 450. Renee bought a pair of gloves for $14.50 and a hat for $8.99. What was the total cost of the items? This is 1 penny away from $9. So let's add 9 onto $14.50 and you get $23.50 and take away a penny, $23.49. Okay, 2 miles. Is it greater than, less than, or equal to 10,000 feet? Remember, 1 mile, and we just have to remember to memorize this, is 5,280 feet. Okay? So 5,280. And if you double that, it's going to be more than 10,000, isn't it? So it's greater than. Okay, estimation. An acre is a measurement of land. We hear that a lot around here with farmland. A square plot of land that is 200 feet on each side is about 1 acre. 209 feet. Round 209 feet to the nearest 100 feet. Okay, so we would underline hundreds place and then look at the 0. The 0 tells the 2 to stay the same, so it comes down as a 2. Everything else pops down as 0, so that's 200 feet. Okay, let's do some calculations. 7 squared, we know that really means 7 times 7, okay? 49 minus 1, 48. 48 divided by 8, well, that's 6, because 6 times 8 is 48. So 6 plus 4, 10, minus 4 is 6, divided by 6 is 1. I hope you were faster than I was. Okay, problem solving. Colby wants to cover his bulletin board with square sheets of paper that are 1 foot on each side. His bulletin board is 5 feet wide and 3 feet tall. If Colby has already cut 12 squares of paper, how many more squares does he need to cut? Well, let's find out how much it would take in all first. And to see how many squares would cover an area, you do length times width. So 5 times 3 is 15. He needs a total of 15 square feet. He's already cut 12 square feet, so he needs 3 more squares. Okay, here's our power up, and your job is to beat me with these answers in your head. Here we go. That's a 2. And there you have it. And we are all finished.